Hey, what's up, y'all? Coming at you from Glendale, West Virginia. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I just wanted to touch up on a couple of things. If you guys haven't got a chance to subscribe to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, go ahead, hit a thumbs up and like the video. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is the reason why credit is so important. Um, I know that I said that I was going to bring you guys a lot of information that you can apply to yourselves. And I hope that this video will be something that you guys will be able to apply, but not in a sense that you guys can take it to the marketplace, but something that you guys can build upon yourself. And that is the why. A lot of times people talk about this is what you do, this is how you do certain things, but they don't talk about why it's so important for us to build credit. Um, there's a school of thought like, excuse me, my light just turned red. That means I'm about to get offloaded. So if you guys see me shaking, that's why. But there's two schools of thought, and one is should you have credit cards, and should you not? Basically, the train of thought like Dave Ramsey versus Robert Kiyosaki. If you don't know who those two gentlemen are, Google them. And there's two trains of thought. And my personal view is unless you plan on living your life off the grid, then credit is going to be vital to your standard of living. Whether you want to purchase a vehicle, I know Dave Ramsey believes that you should be able to pay cash for your vehicle. If not, it should be a very low amount um, of debt that you incur. And Robert Kiyosaki says use debt to produce income. But my personal belief is the way that the economy is shaped up this year in 2017, going into 2018. Most of us have to have some form of debt just to survive. Whether you want to purchase a home, whether you want to have a nice, reliable vehicle to get to and from work, even if your insurance policies, a lot of times your insurance policies are predicated upon your credit score, um, your job. It's important for us to build a healthy credit report because a lot of places now, I'm not saying that they won't hire you because of your credit score or your credit report, but if you're working in a financial sector such as real estate, a CPA, accounting, or something like that, they're going to want to make sure that you're responsible with money. So if you're planning on going into any type of real estate, mortgage brokering, you work for a bank or anything like that, they're going to want to see that you know how to handle credit. So um, the two trains of thought are should you have credit? Should you not have credit? If so, how do you use credit? Why should you use credit? And I just want to touch a little bit about that. My personal belief, like I went over it, I do believe credit is very important, especially if you're in business. And I hope that if you're listening to this channel, you're some type of business owner. Myself, I'm in trucking, and that's my bread and butter. If I want to dabble in other things, then I'll dabble in other things. But my bread and butter is trucking. And that's how I pay my daily bills is through my trucking. Now, when you deal with credit, what you want to understand is it's a tool. It's not something that you use um, to just incur debt. You want to be able to use credit responsibly. And I want to really stress that because, from this day going forward, I'm going to be talking a lot about how to get more credit, how to build credit. And it's important for me to stress that if you're coming along this journey with me, you're going to have to be responsible. I know I talked in my very first video. If you haven't watched that video, please check that video out. But I wasn't as responsible as I thought. And this is a journey. Life is a journey. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to go through things. But let's not just abuse the system, go out, incur a whole bunch of debt, and file bankruptcy and think, okay, now, I got away with it and I got all these things. We want to progress in life, be responsible. And if we incur debt, let's make sure our debt is used for business purposes or expanding our lifestyle, meaning a mortgage or vehicle, something like that. Not just picking up a credit card so we can go clothes shopping or something like that. And I just want to stress that because the psyche of your mindset has to be, I'm trying to improve my lifestyle. And that's one thing that I did not get when I was growing up, was credit was used to build a lifestyle. Before, what would happen was I would get some type of energy bill or cable bill or something like that, and they'll threaten me and go, "Oh, we're gonna put this on your credit report." And I didn't care. I was just like, "Oh, hey, well, go ahead. My credit's already messed up. What are you gonna do? No harm, no foul." But the reality of the situation is that's not the way that I want us to go about it. I want us to really focus on building credit and paying attention to our credit reports. And if there is a situation where we fall behind, I want us to negotiate the terms where that bill that we fell behind does not affect our credit report, does not go on our credit report. We don't incur a collection. We don't incur a late payment or a late fee. And I want to talk about all these things because they're so important on building credit, just doing business in general. You can't do business unless you understand the importance of credit, the importance of debt in general. It's vital, but it's not so vital that you can abuse it. It's a tool, just like, a screwdriver. A screwdriver could be used, as a tool to complete a job, or it could be used to harm somebody. And that's what I don't want you guys to do, is harm yourselves in this whole thing. So when I talk about credit, please don't take it too personal, or that you have to do it my way. If you don't believe in credit and you don't believe in debt, and you just want to watch this video so that you can have a better understanding how the credit system works, then great. If you're a truck driver and you believe that, hey, look, I got $5,000 in the bank, that's enough maybe to put down on a truck, but if that truck breaks down, what am I going to do? Like, how do you have this, $25,000 reserve, if you don't have some form of credit? Yeah, some people say, well, you don't want to put your maintenance fund in the form of a credit card, and I disagree. You get your maintenance fund however you can get it. That's just my train of thought. Some of us just aren't blessed with silver spoons. Some of us, we just got to go through life and make the best of what we have. And that's where I'm at with everything. And I just, I want you guys, I can't stress enough how important it is for us to build credit the right way. Not incurring a whole bunch of debt. You get a $5,000 credit card, and then you go out and you spend $4,500 on clothes and shopping and vacation. Your money gets ate up real quick, doing that kind of lifestyle. That lifestyle is not the lifestyle that I'm shooting for, nor do I want you guys to shoot for that lifestyle. If that's your goal, I hope you turn this channel off. Like never look at this channel again and never come back, because I don't want to mislead anybody into thinking that this is the way to go about things. So heed the message, man. I hope we go out here and do great things together. But I talked a little bit about the secure credit cards that I picked up. And those two credit cards are going to be the foundation of my credit history. And what I mean by that is I probably will never close those cards. I probably will keep those cards as long as I possibly can just to keep building my credit. And hopefully they extend me credit. And if they do, I will let you guys know. The two credit cards that I spoke of was the Discover It card and the State Federal Credit Union. Um, Now, a lot of people ask, how do you become a part of the State Federal Credit Union? That's a process where if you're not a government employee, then you're going to have to join a nonprofit organization, and I will include that nonprofit organization in the link. That's not what this video is about. This video is mainly about the why we do the things that we do. And I just, like I said, I just really wanted to take my time today. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this video, but my golden nugget for today is just be responsible with your credit. Don't incur debt. Don't go into debt thinking, oh, I'm just gonna buy this, these pair of shoes or whatever, because that's not what we're doing this for. We're doing this for our business. We're doing this to get ahead in life, and I don't want to misrepresent or get you guys thinking anything other than the goal that I have in mind, and that is to build credit for a specific reason. That is our business. The business, like I said, my business is trucking. Your business may be something else. And you have a lot of these guys out here saying you can build business credit without a personal guarantee. That's okay. I believe in that, but I also believe in that there's a good chance the people that you do business with, because I did have some, I did do business with my last trucking company that I did not have a personal guarantee. However, they did look at my personal credit score, and they wanted to make sure that, okay, this guy understands, a little bit about the credit system. Now, if you can get get your business going without personal guaranteeing debt, I would say that's the best and most ideal situation that you can have. But like I say, they're gonna look at your personal, and not only are they gonna look at your personal, they're gonna look at your taxes, your business taxes, and your personal taxes, and they're also gonna look at your bank credit. Meaning, what is your bank balance? How much do you keep in your bank at a specific time? You can have all those other things, but if you don't have a good flow of money coming in and out of your bank account, a lot of times people will say, okay, well, we'll loan you 15% of your revenue, 15% of what comes in and out of your bank account. So if you're doing, $10,000 a month, you might get a line of credit for $1,500, something like that. But if you're not, $1,500, $2,000, it's not going to be anything extravagant if you're not having a large amount of money coming into your bank account. If you are trying to establish credit, business credit, yeah, you can go ahead, start a business to start building your business credit, but I like to stress that your personal credit is just important as your business credit. And there is no situation that I've seen so far that I've been looking at people's credit reports and helping people with credit and working on my own, that I've seen that it was so bad that they just gave up on your personal credit. Like, why would you work on your business credit and not your personal credit? I never really grasped that idea. I mean, yeah, you do want the separation from business and personal, but why would you just give up on your personal credit to build business credit? Or like people that go out and get these CPN numbers. I get it. You want a different credit profile number and all this other stuff, but I mean, is your credit really that bad that you think that um, you can't get a loan of any type within a year to 2 years? And if you think your credit that, I challenge you. Hit me up and show it. Show me a report that I can't look at and say your situation is so bad that we can't fix it. Or there's not a solution to your problem that you got to go out and try and create a whole different identity. Because to me personally, that's what a CPN is. You're trying to create a whole different identity. And it's a form of identity fraud. I know there's going to be people that's going to say otherwise, but that's just my personal opinion. My opinion. And I'm not the end all to say, oh, I'm not the IRS. I'm not, CIA, the police, or anything. But that's just my, personal opinion about it. You get your personal credit together, get your business credit together, and have the life that you choose to have. Don't worry about, all these other freakish things that you can do. There's some things that you could do the credit report that push the line. We'll get into those things down the road. But I mean, creating a whole different identity, it's not needed. It's really not, unless you're, some type of superstar, megastar, and you have to create a different identity just to keep people, away from who you really are as a person. Um, Basically, an alter ego, in a sense, something like that. But other than that, man, let's just be responsible. Let's go out here, build ourselves a nice credit profile. And like I said, I want to take you guys on this journey. I hope this helps you out. Be responsible. Um, get you a couple of secure credit cards if you don't have any credit cards. If you don't have any credit cards, like I say, your revolving lines of credit, if you don't know what that is, go watch the video before this one. But your revolving lines of credit, it weighs heavy on your credit score. Installment loans do also, but being able to make that revolving line of credit payment every month is going to have a significant factor on whether your credit score goes up or down. If you're late one time, if you have one late payment on your credit card, it's going to affect you huge. I don't care if you're in the five. Well, it's not going to affect you that much if the lower your credit score. But if you're like in the 700 range, you could drop 100 points off of one late payment. Seen it, had it happen to me. Um, Matter of fact, the reason why my credit scores went down so low to the 500s was because things got really tight and it was hard to juggle money. I was taking money from my left hand, giving it to my right, and so forth. And it got to the point where there was a couple bills that just could not get paid, because we didn't have enough money at the end of the month. And um, so you just do the best that you possibly can not to incur those late payments. And how do you do that? You do that by knowing your due dates. Don't pick a day of the month just because that's when you get paid that you decide to pay your bills. You got to have a plan when you're going to pay your bill and why you're going to pay your bill. For example, if your due date is the 15th and you don't want to pay it on the 16th, 17th, you want to pay it on the 14th. So you got to have a plan for that to take place. And the only way that happens is a budget. If you're not budgeting, and if you're not budgeting, you're not going to become successful in the credit game. I just don't know how you do it. I probably shouldn't say that. I'm going to say I don't know how you're going to be successful in the credit game if you're not budgeting, because that's the only way. That's what your credit score is about, is how do you deal with money. And if you're irresponsible and you're just paying your bills because, well, I get paid in 2 weeks, and that's when you're going to make your bill payment, your credit score is going to be indicative of that. It's just some guy, some gal, or guy going through life just saying, okay, I get paid on this date, this is when I'm going to pay you. You got to have a $0 budget. Dave Ramsey talks about a $0 budget, meaning your dollar, every dollar you make, where it goes, whether it's into savings or pay a bill or wherever, charity, some of us tithe, whatever. Where your money's going to go. Dollar in, it goes somewhere. And some people, they don't go through that. And I would say that's probably one of my best skill sets is budgeting. Just setting a budget and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do with this money. A bill might not be due 2 weeks or this pay period, but it's coming due. It's coming due, so let's pay it, because next, and then put the little bit away that you have to put away, for savings. But you gotta stay on top of that and just know that being responsible with money is huge. Not just if you got extra cash to spend and buy a pair of shoes or go out clothes shopping or whatever it is you want to turn up and party or whatever it is that you want to do, just make sure that it's within your budget, like you budgeted for that occasion. If it's your birthday and you want to go out and have a drink, one drink, it better be in the budget. If you turning up, buying, popping bottles and all that, it better be in the budget. If it's not, then it's just going to lead to a worse situation down the road. So I'm not going to keep too much of your time. It's going on like 22 minutes right now. Just wanted to touch bases with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and share it. I promise you my next video is going to be excellent. I'm going to go over some things about the credit monitoring services. I'm going to actually try and do a screencast where I can show you my credit reports and show you what to look for in your credit report, how to read a credit report, what different credit scores like the FICO and the Vantage. I'm going to go through some more of that, the credit stuff, and hopefully you guys are getting some knowledge out of this. If you are, please drop a comment. If you hate me, drop a comment. I'm still going to read it. I read everything. I'm looking at everything. I'm watching everything. But I hope you guys have a blessed day. You truck drivers, stay safe. Make your appointments on time. And everybody else, let's be responsible with our money. Talk to you later. Have a good day. God bless.